Listen, what does ecosystem means? The first question. The biotic and abiotic components together forms biosphere. It is called a ecosystem. What is biosphere means? Living character as well as non-living character interaction. It is called a biosphere. Okay, wow. This biosphere has the ecosystem. Okay, listen. In the biosphere, what are present means in the ecosystem, what are present means biotic components, abiotic components, natural ecosystem, human made ecosystem. These all are comes under the ecosystem. First, biotic components means all are living character. All are living character. So it will be a virus to up to the multicellular organism whale, because it is the top mammal. It is a topmost mammal. Next, abiotic component, physical factors like temperature, rain, wind, soil, mineral, rock, minerals. It is on. Okay. So all the things are comes under abiotic component. Next, the ecosystem can be divided into natural ecosystem and man-made ecosystem. So artificial you can see. So natural means the interaction or the man never that is they explore them, but they not even given not given சொல்ல முடியாது, அவன் போய் அதை செய்யல. He not done anything for that ecosystem. It is produced naturally. It is produced naturally, not by human beings. So that is that kind of ecosystems are called as natural ecosystem. That is forest, pond, lake. Next, human made ecosystem, garden. In that garden, lizard is there, snake is there, frog is there, many things are there. It is made by human beings. Why the Sweta is absent today? அதான் கிளாஸே அமைதியாக இருக்குறாடி, இல்லைன்னு வச்சுக்க என்னது இது நின்று இருப்பான். ஓகேவா? ஸோ garden, crop field, aquarium, these are comes under man-made ecosystem. What is the drawback of man-made ecosystem means the self-sustainability. For example, garden is having self-sustainability. Okay, because maintenance should be done. Self-sustainability sustainability means bacteria and fungi will be present. But aquarium there is no decomposes. That should be cleaned by the man only. So self-sustainability will not be present. Okay, first that is the drawback. In a natural ecosystem, producer will be there, consumer will be there, next decomposer will be there. So it is a self-sustainable environment. It is a self-sustainable environment. Okay, first producers means they are green plants, some bacteria, they can produce their own food. They are called as producers. They are called producers. Next, the producers helps the consumer. They are giving the food for the consumers. They are the food's resources. What are they doing means, for example, consumer can be divided into 4. That is herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous, parasites. But primary consumer, secondary consumers, tertiary consumer we can say. So the consumers are feeded by the plants. Okay, next decomposes. Example, fungi and bacteria. They decompose the inorganic substance into inorganic. They convert the organic substance into inorganic. They breaks the dead remaining waste products of organism. Complex organic substances into simple inorganic substance. Complex, our body is complex. It is broken into minute inorganic substances. Okay, for example, நம்ம செத்து போயிடும், துண்டு துண்டாய் மொத்தமா மண்ணில் போய் மொத்தமா கரைஞ்சி போயிடும். So organic substances converted into inorganic substances. Next, food chain. What is food chain means? A chain is a series of organisms feeds one another. Organism takes part in various biotic levels. Each steps are level of the food chain forms a trophic level. So first trophic level is occupied by producers. Occupied by producers. இதில் ஒரு தப்பு பண்ணுறான். What you people are doing means, first trophic level means you people are considering herbivorous is a first trophic level. No. First trophic level is autotrophs. First trophic level is autotroph. Next herbivorous. Next small carnivorous, large carnivorous. 1, 2, 3, 4 Tropic level you can write. Okay, va? Next. So next, flow of energy. How the flow of energy takes place means from the sun to the producer only 1% of energy is transferred. How many energy? How many percentage of energy? 1% of energy is transferred. From the 1% to next tropic level, 10% of energy takes place. Next 10%. Next. So from the starting to the ending of a food chain, the producer to the top carnivorous, 10% is going on. So the law is called 10% law. Okay, va? So the food fuel, thus interaction among the various component involves flow of energy. Autotrophs capture solar energy and convert them into chemical energy. The heterotrophs are depend and decomposers are depend on autotrophs for their energy. So it is a unidirectional. Why it is unidirectional means it cannot be revert back. It cannot be revert back. திருப்பி தர முடியாது. யாரா நான் சாப்பிட்டத மறுபடியும் அதே ரைஸா அதே குழம்பா எடுத்து தர முடியுமா? We cannot do like that. Once it is utilized by the organism means it cannot be given back. Next, green plants 1%, other organisms transfer 1% to 10%, 10%, 10% each topic level. So it is called a 10% law. The flow of energy, the same thing reveals that 4 steps they are giving: producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. The greater level, the topmost carnivorous will be getting only few amount of energy. They are consuming less amount of food, not more than more energy they are getting. Okay, va? So next, what is food web means? The food chain interaction, not only one food chain, many food chain together. The interaction of the many food chain is called a food web. நல்லா புரிஞ்சுங்க. The flow of energy, it is not only in one food chain. The interaction of many food chain is called a food web. Short உனக்கு புரியறதுக்கு சொன்னேன், but definition you know very well. Eating by 2 or more kinds of organisms, which in turn are eaten by several other organisms. This series of branching relationship of food chain is called a food web. Okay. Next, flow of energy they are given here. The same thing, it is a unidirectional. It cannot be revert back. From the sun, producer, herbivorous, carnivorous, top carnivorous. Okay. Next, what is happening? That is biological magnification. What is biological magnification means? We are using non biodegradable substances like pesticides and other chemical substances for fertilizers and other things. So all the things are giving the side effect to the human beings that have the problem. If we consuming the non biodegradable pesticides means it will be accumulated in our cell, definitely it will cause side effect. So this kind of accumulation is called a biological magnification. So who will be getting the more number of pest residue means human beings, because they are in the topmost carnivores. They are topmost in the food chain also. Next, prevention, we can do washing and other things also. Next, ultraviolet rays breaks the ozone. How the ozone is formed means O3 molecule forms the ozone. It is present above the lithosphere, below the stratosphere. Lithosphere को மேல troposphere. ஓகே, லித்தோஸ்பியர் தான் நான் சொன்னேன் நினைக்கிறேன். நல்லா யோசிச்சு சொல்றா எங்க இருக்குன்ட்டு. சாரி, இங்கே இருக்கா? ட்ரோபோஸ்பியருக்கு மேல, ஸ்ட்ராட்டோஸ்பியருக்கு கீழே. நல்லா ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்க. ஸோ இட் இஸ் present below the stratosphere, above the troposphere. Troposphere, what is the main function of this one means to filter the sunlight. That is, it whatever the sun radiation comes, it filters them, and it is after the filtration it is passes through the entire world, which is not harmful for the organism. So it is a important umbrella ன்னு சொல்லுவோம். அந்த காலத்துல சின்ன குழந்தைங்களுக்கு சொல்லி கொடுக்கும்போது சொல்லுவாங்க, it is umbrella which prevents the sun radiation from us. Okay, UV radiation, ultraviolet radiation, okay, whatever it is. So radiation cause skin cancer, next eye problem, many things are coming. So that is the drawback. How the depletion takes place na, don't write cancer. and skin cancer like that. Depletion means why it is happening, because of chlorofluorocarbon. Next, some other chemicals are also there. Hydrofluorocarbon is there. Next, chlorine is there. These all the components are affecting the ozone layer. It breaks the ozone into oxygen molecule. So it is the cause of depletion. Cause of depletion is different. What is the cause done by the ozone depletion? அது வேற. சரியா? Understand the question and write. In case study, it will be coming like that only. Next, managing the garbages. How will you manage the garbages? Means the garbages can be divided into three: biodegradable, non-biodegradable, medical waste. மூணா பிரிக்கலாம். Biodegradable can be directly thrown in the pit for the decomposition. It is used as a fertilizer. Next, non-biodegradable substance can be used for recycling and it is used for some other purpose also. Next, last, medical waste should be demolished. Okay, அழிச்சிடணும். ஓகேவா, அவ்வளோதான். So the enzymes which is acting on the biodegradable substance, they are called as biodegradable wastage. அதாவது மக்கக்கூடியதெல்லாம் என்னன்னு சொல்றோம்? Biodegradable waste. The enzymes of bacteria and fungi which act on the biodegradable substance and it is decomposed fully means it is a biodegradable products. அது எல்லாமே biodegradable ஆகக்கூடியது. அதனால பிரிக்கிறோம். எக்ஸாம்பிள், ஆர்கானிக் மேட்டர்ஸ். ஆல் த ஆர்கானிக் மேட்டர்ஸ், பழம், தோல், நெக்ஸ்ட் ஹியூமன் பாடி, வாட் எவர் இட் இஸ். ஸோ நான் biodegradable மீன்ஸ் பிளாஸ்டிக் பேக், பாலித்தீன் பேக், நைலான், all things are non biodegradable substances. Next, nowadays we are using biodegradable plastics: polylactic acid, polyhydroxy, alkanonates, next polybutynyl succinate. Many types of biodegradable plastics we are using. So it is normally beneficial for the environment. Instead of that, we can use matka and paper things for the carrying and as well as daily usage. Okay. Next, e-waste. E-waste can be recycled. It should be thrown properly. If it is not thrown properly means it will contaminate the environment. Example, cadmium, mercury, polybrominate, lead, lithium, many things are there. So all the plastic items and other things, it should be cleaned and it should be maintained in a controlled manner. Okay. In this chapter, you will see the DNA molecule is the substance which is multiplied to one generation to next generation. This is what happens if the genetic material is not multiplied, means the next producing organism will not live. It will be having many problems. Definitely it will be dead, or if it cannot produce their own protein, so the body development will not be there. So DNA is the substance which is multiplied in the meiosis and it gives the blueprint for the next generation. Okay. So DNA cause variation. What is the variation? Means fusion of male and female gamete. Two different genes are produced. That the genes are having some variation, that is mother and father character variation is there. It causes the variation in the next organism. So this is variation. The variation is beneficial for that organism for the living. வாழ்றதுக்கு தகுதி உள்ள ஒரு கேரக்டரை கொடுக்கு. அதனால தான் அந்த ஆர்கானிசம் என்ன பண்ணுது? வேரியேஷன்ல வாழுது. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், யூ ஆல் ஆர் ஹியூமன் பீயிங்ஸ். You have some variation. You will be good in something, they will be good in something. You will be bad in something, they will be bad in something. But all the things are not common for all. Okay, that is variation which is helps you to live in a harsh environment also. Okay. So next, variation cause beneficial substances. For example, they given bacteria which is tolerating the high level temperature. One bacteria is tolerating, another bacteria is not tolerating. The older one will die. Next one which is tolerating the temperature, due to the variation it is tolerating, that alone will. So this is the example of variation. So the asexual mode of reproduction: fission, fragmentation, regeneration, budding, vegetative propagation, spores formation. No one knows anything about this. Only few know about this. The definition also you people are not writing correctly. Fragmentation you are writing regeneration you are writing budding. You are confusing with this asexual mode of reproduction. Last time many of you written like that only. So listen carefully. First one is fission. What is fission means? There are two types of fission is there. One is multiple fission, binary fission. What is multiple fission means? The nucleus is divided into many in a single cell. In a harsh environment, cyst will be formed. That cyst is example, the cystic coat is example for plasmodium, which is called multiple fission. So one cell is multiplied into many. This is called a multiple fission. So next is cell division. Only one cell is divided into two means it is called a binary fission. It is called a binary fission. Takes place in paramecium, amoeba, leishmania. The leishmania is the substance which cause a disease called Kala Azar. Cause the disease called Kala Azar. So it is a important one mark question. The leishmania cause what kind of disease? What kind of disease? It caused the Kala Azar. It is a board question. Okay. So this is called binary fission. Next, multiple fission completed. Fragmentation. What is fragmentation means? A mature cell divides in, are broken into many pieces. Example, fragmentation happens in the algae, in Spirogyra. In the Spirogyra, it is a algae which is present in freshwater as well as in the sea. Due to accident or any natural disaster, tidal wave, due to anything, if it is broken means உடஞ்சி போச்சு அப்படின்னா அதை தான் என்னன்னு சொல்கிறோம், ஃப்ராக்மெண்டேஷன் சொல்கிறோம். ஃப்ராக்மெண்டேஷனாக உடஞ்சிச்சு, ஒரு கண்ணாடி பட்டில் போடல, இட் பிரேக் broken into many pieces, ஃப்ராக்மெண்டட்னு சொல்கிறோம். தட் இஸ் ஃப்ராக்மெண்டேஷன். உடையறது தான் ஃப்ராக்மெண்டேஷன். ஓகேவா? கட் ஆனால் அதுக்கு பேர் கட் ஆகுறது ஆக்சுவலி ரீஜெனரேஷன். கட்டிங் வேற, கட் பண்ணுறோம் சரியா, அது வேற. ஃப்ராக்மெண்ட்னா உடையிறது, தூள் தூளா. ஓகேவா? இட் இஸ் broken into many pieces or small pieces. That small pieces are developed into entire organism means it is called a fragmentation. Example, Spirogyra. So next one, regeneration. What is regeneration means? Regeneration is not the same as reproduction. Why means? Due to the special cell which is present in the hydra or planaria. Hydra or planaria. You give planaria as an example. Planaria, okay, flatworm இன்னொரு பேர் இருக்கு planaria. That planaria is having a tendency to regenerate their last part or last organs. So what cell is present means specialized proliferate to form a mass of cell which is last part or last body part, last body cells, organs, whatever it is. So they can regenerate it. So it is called a regeneration. So organism is cut into many pieces. They grow into separate individuals. Example, Hydra and planaria. Why it is growing means some specialized cells are present. So they are doing this process. Okay, this is called regeneration. Next, budding. What is budding means? Yeah, outgrowth. Outgrowth. Listen carefully. In a particular region, the outgrowth is cell division is continuously done means that outgrowth will develop into new buds. If it is capable to live separately means it will detach from the parent and it will be it will be forming or it will be living in a new as a new individual in next form. Okay. Example, a new organism is developed from a small part of a parent. How it is possible means budding, you can see regenerative cell or the development of outgrowth due to repeated cell division at one specific site. Example, this is the one specific site outgrowth is happening. Here the outgrowth is happening, repeated cell division at one specific site, but develop into tiny individuals and when fully mature detach from the parent body and become new individual. So this is called a budding. This is called a budding. Next, last one, spores formation. Next one is spores formation. What is spores formation means? Sporangia which is bearing microspores in the sporangia. It is happens in the fungi. It is happens in the fungi. It is present in the organism like bread mold, rhizobus. Keep a sliced wet bread or any fruit or any substance, eatable substance. Within a few weeks or within a 5 to 6 days, the fungal particle will be present, powdery substance will be present. The powdery substance is having the sporangia containing spores, which is called reproductive substance that can develop into new fungi or new individuals. The spores are converted into thick walled that protects them in until they comes in the contact of next moist surface and can be being to grow. So this is happens in the fungi alone. Fungi alone. Some bacteria also they are doing, but fungi is the correct example of spores formation. Next, vegetative propagation. What is vegetative propagation means? Using the stem, root, leaf, the vegetative parts are cultivated for the next propagation. It is called a vegetative propagation. So, for example, uh, root we are using carrot, beetroot, onion, other things are used for the stem cutting and as well as root. Also we know moringa as well as கருவேப்பிலை எல்லாம் வருது இல்லையா, இதெல்லாம் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ரூட்டை வச்சு கல்டிவேட் பண்ணுறோம். ஆமாவா இல்லையா? ரூட் கல்டிவேஷன் எக்ஸாம்பிள், ரூட் கல்டிவேஷனுக்கு நிறைய எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லலாம். கழுங்குங்கெல்லாம் எல்லாமே என்னன்னு சொல்கிறோம், டியூபர்ஸ் ஆர் யூஸ்டு ஃபார் ரூட் கல்டிவேஷன். ஸ்டெம்முக்கு வந்து சுகர் கேனு, லீஃபுக்கு வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பிரியோஃபிலம். எக்ஸாம்பிள் பிரியோஃபிலம். ஓகேவா? Example, leaf notch. Leaf margin is an example, but leaf notch la da enga produce agum, buds produce. Okay va? So we completed the asexual mode of reproduction. No class mattum da varu. Adu vandu pathina third hour vara. Okay va? Third hour. Next period so vara mattana. Not